Hello everyone. So in the last video we studied about unit 1 module 1, which was about suffix and prefix. So in this presentation we will know about unit 1 module 2, which will be about parts of speech, which also comes under word skills. So coming to parts of speech, now what are parts of speech? They are like the building blocks of any language. Like when we are making a building, we have some stones, we have some blocks. So with those things only we can build a building, right? So with parts of speech, we can make a sentence like noun, pronoun, verbs, adjective, conjunctions, interjections. With all these words, we make a sentence. Okay, we form a sentence. So they help us understand how words function in a sentence. Okay, so what are parts of speech? So as I told you, it's the building blocks. Okay, without parts of speech you cannot make any sentence, so you cannot understand any language also without the formation of sentences. So it's the fundamental unit of any language, that is parts of speech, in which verb, noun, pronoun, everything which a sentence is made of is a part of speech. Okay, next is meaning and structure. Now parts of speech provide the meaning of every word, okay, and the connection of every word with each other. Okay, so it makes a structure and it makes you understand the meaning of the sentence and each word connecting with another word. Okay, next is grammatical roles. So every part of speech has its own grammatical role. That like verbs are telling you about the action, nouns are telling you about who the subject is, who the object is. Okay, so each part of speech has their own grammatical roles. Now the first part of speech which we are taking is noun. So there is a picture in front of you. In this picture you all can see a tree, a car, people and a cat. Okay, so all these things which you are looking at in the picture is a noun. Individually they are all nouns. Okay, now they are different kind of nouns. So let's understand what kind of nouns they are. Okay, nouns are also known as naming words. Okay, so first we must have studied in school and when we were small that noun is something which is people, place, things or idea. Okay, I know that idea is a new concept for you all, because in school we only study that noun is people, place, animal and things. Okay, but idea is a new concept. Let me make you understand that. Okay, so first we will talk about people. So like John, Mary, a teacher, a student, a man, a woman, a boy, a girl, all these are people. Okay, so they can be so the name of the people, or when we are just talking commonly, we are not mentioning anyone's name but we are saying there is a boy. Okay, so that is also a noun. So some are common nouns and some are proper nouns. So when we are saying student, when we are saying teacher, when we are saying man, these are common nouns, mean they are we are commonly mentioning that there is a boy. We are not telling which boy is that or what is the name of the boy. Okay, so now if we say John, Mary, Rahul, Ram, okay, all these names are proper nouns. Okay, now next is places. So just like people will name places also, like school, park, house, city. So if we are saying city, it's a common noun. We are commonly mentioning any city. It can be any city. Okay, but if we take a name of the city, suppose we are taking name of Delhi or we are taking name of Banaras. So these or when we are taking name of the city, then it is a proper noun. Okay, now coming on things. So example, book, table, pencil. So when we are talking about, when we are saying book, it is a common noun. We are not naming the which book is this. Okay, so it is a common noun. Now if we say kite runner, then that is a proper noun because we are naming the thing. Okay, next is idea. Now this can be maybe a new concept for you all. So ideas are those nouns which we cannot feel from our sensory organs. Like we cannot touch, we cannot smell, we cannot see, we cannot hear them. Okay, it's just feelings, just emotions like happiness, trauma, love, friendship. Okay, these are just feelings. We cannot see them. So when we are talking about feelings or ideas, then it is known as nouns, and it is also called as abstract nouns. Okay. So now we will talk about pronouns. So what are pronouns? Like, let me give you a sentence. Let me tell you a sentence. Ram was going to school. Ram got late today. Ram had his lunch at 2 p.m. Is this sentence right? Maybe this sentence is right, but taking the name of that boy Ram again and again in the sentence is very awkward. It's making the sentence structure very awkward and not very good, not very comprehensive, also not concise, also not comfortable to talk. Okay, so we use pronouns to replace noun to make the sentence structure nice, to make the sentence structure proper. Like, then I will say like, Ram was going to school, he got late today and he did his lunch at 2 p.m. Okay, so now in the place of Ram we replaced Ram by he. Okay, the pronoun he replaced the noun Ram, and then the sentence structure got better. So pronouns are used to replace nouns in the sentence. So here we can see some examples. He is playing. He replaced the noun John. So it was John is playing. Now it is he is playing. Okay. Now if we are talking about girl, Mary is playing. So we will say she is playing. Okay. And if we are talking about rain, or if we are talking about any small newborn baby or any animal or any object, then we will use it, because we consider that they don't have any specific gender. So we consider it as it. Okay. Now let's come upon one of the main part of a sentence, that is verbs. Okay, verbs is any action that you do in a sentence. Like she is playing. The she is a pronoun. Okay, is something else which we will talk about later. And playing is an action. What she is doing in the sentence? She is playing in the sentence. So this playing is a action verb. It is a verb, something which is happening. कोई action अगर हो रहा है, then that is verb. Okay, so here we are looking at two type of verbs, that is action verb. It shows what the subject is doing. जो भी sentence का subject है, sentence is made up of three things: subject, verb and object. तो जो भी sentence का subject है वो क्या कर रहा है, what that subject is doing is known as verb. That subject is running, that subject is sleeping, speaking, wondering, anything. Okay, then we come upon linking verbs. These are is, are, was. It connect the subject to the noun or the main verb. Okay, to the action verb. Next we come upon adverbs, which are describing words. Okay, so adverbs, as we can see the name adverbs, it is adding something to the verbs. Okay, like how the action is being performed, when the action is being performed, where the action is being performed, and to what extent the action is being performed. Okay, like I was sleeping yesterday. So yesterday is a adverb which is answering the question of when. Okay, when were you sleeping? When were you doing this action? I was doing this action yesterday. So this is adverb. Now how to identify a part of speech? First, you should read a sentence. Okay, then the first thing you do in anything, in any grammatical exercise you are doing, first thing you should do is identify the subject, like who is performing the action. Identify the verb, what action is being performed, and on what the action is being performed, that is object. So always identify subject, verb and object first, and then identify the modifiers. Like is there something extra from subject, verb, object, then that word can be an adjective or it can be an adverb. Then you can modify, then you can identify the parts of speeches. So what we studied today, we studied 4 parts of speech, which is noun, pronoun, verbs and adverbs. So here we end this presentation and we will carry on with module 3. Thank you.